butt-kicking begin.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming to ask you the question, have you ever been tongue-tied?
I'm not really sure what to say, because my tongue is tied.
When you're going on a date, it might be important to actually know what in the world you plan on talking about. If you come with one miraculously good, really quality, top-tier topic to discuss during your date will go as seamlessly as this.
Wow, Puppet, you are so beautiful. My gosh, everything that you got going is just elegant. I can't get over how cottony you are. I mean, my gosh, you're just so cuddly and fuzzy.
Alright, on second thought, maybe we recommend you come with a few topics. You can learn 44 different topics and discussions and questions to discuss on your date in today's infomercial called Love Stories with Grady. If you want your date to go seamlessly, understand that conversation is like tennis. It's about going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and never ending. Preparing for conversations is like preparing for the Olympics. If you're tongue-tied, we're going to give you 44 quick examples of what to ask about. But first, we must mention that this book, written in 1957, Facts of Life and Love for Dating, recommends to talk about the things that you yourself are passionate about. These 44 questions that we'll be giving you examples of in this video were originally $99. Our sponsor for this video is fashionbeans.com, which is where these 44 questions were extracted from. Disclaimer, if you do not ask all of these 44 questions exactly as intended by fashionbeans.com, your date will go horrific. So without further ado, because we don't want you to be lonely for the rest of your frickin' life, let's roll the tape so you can learn from these 44 Fashion Bean questions. So to start us off, let's look at 9 questions to ask before you meet in person.
What's your favorite place to spend an evening out?
Going to puppet festivals.
How's your week going?
I have a pulse, so I guess it's been alright.
If you could hop on a plane right now, where would you go?
Snorkeling.
If you could be any person for a day, who would you be?
Charlie McCarthy, because I want a monocle.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm not a person.
What do you do for work?
Flap my mouth up and down.
Where do you live?
In your closet. Duh.
Is there somewhere else in the world that you'd like to live?
Anywhere but your closet. Duh.
What's the best meal that you've ever had?
You never feed me.
Next up, let's look at 6 questions that are perfect for small talk.
So, Tinder's weird, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
What's the worst pickup line you've had used on you on this app, or in general?
Hey, it's time to shoot a video, so I'm going to pick you up now. That's the worst one.
What do you have lined up on Netflix?
Since when did you get me a Netflix account?
Where do you go to college?
I don't.
What do you like to do on weekends?
Lie motionless with my eyes open.
Was there a job that you always wanted as a kid?
Work as Big Bird's receptionist.
As you're still on your first date, let's examine 5 more key questions to ask after a couple of drinks of lemonade, of course.
Okay, what are you better at than 90% of the world's population?
Having no free will.
What advice do you tell other people but are rubbish at actually doing yourself?
Not to have a big mouth.
Okay, this is a good one. What's the worst date you've ever been on?
This one. Definitely this one.
Are you a good cook?
I can't eat.
If you could have one superpower, just one, what would it be?
Growing legs.
Once you're finally relaxed in each other's company, here's 5 more questions to ask your date.
Alright, what's your biggest fear?
Trash bins.
What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done?
Doing this.
How close are you to your family?
Well, most of them are cotton clothes right now, and I'm wearing them, so yes, I am close most of them.
What would you like to be known for?
Booking Shia LaBeouf onto Sesame Street.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
Come a little closer and find out, buddy.
Slow down, boy. You don't want to spend all night jabbing off her ear. There's 2 questions that you should ask in order to start wrapping things up. These are those questions.
Can I pick up the bill?
Great. Another pickup line.
Would you like to meet again?
How can I meet you if I've already met you?
Alright, it's time for your second date. And there's 3 more questions that we think are very key and important to ask on your second date.
Oh, it's been so long. What's been the best thing to happen since the last time we saw each other?
10 seconds of pure peace during your costume change.
What is one misconception that people tend to always have about you?
That I don't have feelings and emotions.
What annoys you most about dating?
Being interrogated.
Alright, now things are getting real serious and real romantic. So as things are getting more serious, there's 3 key questions to ask your date.
What's your earliest childhood memory?
Sprouting out of the dirt, towards the sun, in a cotton field.
Have you ever had a massive falling out with a friend, and why?
Well, one time, I was thrown in this puppet bin with a distant relative named Groucho Big Head, and when he told me he had a big head, I wanted to cry, but my tear ducts don't work, and then
What is the worst thing a friend has ever done to make you upset?
was trying to tell you, but then you interrupted and I was...
Uh-oh. It seems like there's some tension, and potentially you've now had an argument with your girl, the girl of your dreams. And instead of losing her, we have 7 questions for you to ask after your argument.
How does it make you feel when we argue? Do you want your own space for a minute? What do you think it is that makes us argue? How can we avoid it next time?
Maybe if you listen to
What do
me...
you need me to do differently?
I need you to listen
Tell
to
me
me.
the truth. Tell me the truth. Is there anything that you're bottling up?
Do you even see a bottle over here? I mean, what are you even talking about?
Are we okay?
Sure.
You took her out on her first date, now you've gone on a second date, and you've argued her ear off. However, if you want to keep her around for the long term, there's 4 key questions that you'll want to ask to keep her interested.
If you were to die tonight, what would be the one thing that you would want to tell me?
That you shouldn't kill me.
Okay, this is really deep. I'm excited to hear your answer for this one. Do you have one secret that you've never told anyone?
Yes.
Am I doing enough?
Enough talking? Well, more than enough.
What's your biggest life regret?
Truthfully, this video.
Thank you for that demonstration. We really appreciate it. To all the haters watching this video who believe that they should be led by the heart with their questions and go with the flow instead of coming to the date with these exact 44 questions planned, we have a few key words for you. We hope you die alone. Here at fashionbeans.com, we recommend you follow exactly our recommendations, or else you die in a dumpster wishing that even your hamster loved you. To the haters that say lead with your heart, not with your list, we say we hope that leads you down the path of romantic destruction. It is never good advice to not follow the advice of fashionbeans.com. Thank you for watching this video from fashionbeans.com. Because as our CEO always says, if beans were not fashionable, we would be living in apocalyptic times. Alright, now feel free to go back to your regularly scheduled programming. Goodbye.
I will never go to fashionbeans.com.